Now the focus shifts to Python, the language used for the examples from here on. JavaScript can go a long way, but Python provides the libraries and tools that handle the heavier work. For AI development, it is the preferred language. So the examples now, if Python is new, the syntax will be introduced gradually. The examples are meant to build a solid Python foundation as you continue. The next step is to rebuild the earlier example in Python, using the code in the _part1/getting_started_python_ folder. With that setup in place, the work begins in Python. The next section covers installation and the libraries needed to build the service. The service will accept a prompt and stream back an LLM completion. To do that, it combines FastAPI with the Llama SDK and Llama with the Llama 3.2 model must. If Python is not installed yet, download it from python.org/downloads. The examples here were tested with Python 3.1, 3.7. After installation, check the version in the terminal to confirm that Python is available. Run Python --version in the terminal to display the installed Python version. A successful installation prints the version number. In this setup, the expected output is Python 3.1, 3.7. The version number can be different on your system, so check the output you get when you run the command. On Mac or Linux, and on some Python setups, the command may need to be Python 3 instead of Python. Here, the version check uses Python 3, which confirms the installed Python command for that environment. Use the correct Python command for your installation every time you run the examples. Next, install the Python libraries needed to get the API running quickly. FastAPI makes REST server creation quick and easy. Llama provides the SDK used to call the Llama APIs. Run the installation command in your terminal to install both libraries. This command installs FastAPI standard at version 0.119.0 and Llama at version 0.6.0 using Python's pip module. Using Python mpip or Python 3 mpip helps ensure the libraries go into the same Python environment that runs the examples. Virtual environments keep dependencies isolated. In Python, a virtual environment is a directory where a project's specific dependencies are installed, so different projects can use different library versions without breaking each other. Python developers often choose different ways to set up a virtual environment. The setup details are handled separately in the repository README. Next, the task is to call an LLM through an API. The goal is to rebuild the earlier REST service. It uses FastAPI and the Llama SDK to stream an LLM completion back to the caller. The same ideas were already. Start by creating the FastAPI server. Create a project directory named getting_started_python. Then add a file named main.py inside it. Open that file in a text editor or IDE. Before breaking down the pieces, place the code into main.py. The server imports FastAPI, streaming response, CORS middleware, client, and base model. It creates a FastAPI app, adds CORS middleware that allows any origin, credentials, methods, and headers, then creates an Llama client. This is a simple FastAPI server. It listens on port 8000, which is the default FastAPI port, and accepts HTTP post requests. Now the components can be examined one by one. Begin with the code that creates the library components you will use. The first 4 lines are imports from the installed Python libraries. Those imports bring in the classes used from each library: FastAPI, streaming response, CORS middleware, and client. Then the app is. The first 4 lines are imports from the Python libraries you installed. These imports define the classes that will be used from each library. These are the core pieces. FastAPI is the main application class. Streaming response sends data in chunks. CORS middleware handles CORS, and client connects to local Llama models. Start by creating the FastAPI app. Then add CORS middleware with name parameters like allow_origins set to all origins, and finally create the Llama client using the default settings. Set up the FastAPI server. With the components ready, you can define the REST API. Import base model from Pydantic. Define chat request with a question field. Add a post route at the root path, and make chat accept a chat request object. Base model comes from Pydantic, and it is included with Fast API, so no separate installation is needed. Pydantic lets you define a model for the JSON body used in a REST API request and response. Here, chat request describes the request body. Shape. It inherits from base model, and base model adds methods that let chat request validate incoming JSON and turn it into an instance of the class. This JSON has a single question field with a text value, so it matches the model shape. The def keyword starts a function definition. The @app_post / annotation configures the chat function to handle post requests at the base path. A post request to the local base URL can include a JSON body with a question field, and that request is routed to the chat function. Annotations act as inline configuration, making it easy to connect Python code with a library or framework. Fast API treats post requests to / as calls to the chat function. It also uses the chat request parameter in the Pydantic model to understand the expected JSON body. Fast API validates the request JSON against the chat request model, and if validation fails, it automatically sends an error response. Next is sending a prompt to the local LLM. Now look at the generate_stream function. The function calls client.generate to ask Alma for an LLM response to the prompt. It uses name parameters to choose the model Llama 3.2 and to stream the response. This call sends the question to Alma, selects the Llama 3.2 model, and enables streaming so the response arrives in pieces. The result you get back is an iterable stream. A for loop iterates through the chunks as they are generated. You then check to make sure you have response. The yield keyword in Python transforms a regular function into _generator function _. When called, a generator function doesn't execute immediately. Instead, it returns a generator object, which is now you can put your entire chat function together and stream back the response. Read the structure first, then trace how each line carries the idea forward. Notice you are using the Fast API streaming response component you imported previously, which makes streaming simple. You just construct an instance with the generator that the generate_stream function yields, and note underscore if you're coming from languages like JavaScript, Java, or C#, pay close attention to indentation in Python. In those languages, curly brackets, define code blocks, and indentation is mostly. Now let's try it out. Launch your server and test_back in the terminal. Run the following command. Read the structure first, then trace how each line carries the idea forward. If your server starts successfully, you will see output similar to this. The server starts on localhost port 8000, and the API documentation is available at the /docs path. It is running in development mode, with a note that production should use. To test the server, use the same curl command from Chapter 2. Run it in a terminal to send a post request to the local server. The command sends JSON with a question about the Beatles to http //localhost 8000. It uses curl with post, sets the content type to application/JSON, and passes the question in the request. As before, the LLM response streams back to the console while the request is being processed. You can also use the same UI client from Chapter 2 to send a query and stream the response. The client source code is in the Part 1 client folder. The README file gives the run instructions for the example. After setup, you can watch the LLM stream in your browser. You have now ported the JavaScript example from Chapter 2 to Python. Along the way, you used Fast API and the Alma SDK, two libraries that will keep appearing. Throughout, those libraries become part of the core Python stack for the rest of the book, and this example marks the move from the earlier JavaScript version to Python. If Python is new, this was the first introduction to the language and its syntax. More syntax and Pythonic conventions will appear as you continue. That is enough of an introduction to LLMs for now. The next step is prompt engineering. The exercises begin here. Try modifying the example so it prints the chunk object while the response streams. Then make a request and watch the data sent back from Alma with each chunk. These Try the example in part 2 with different chat tools and compare what each one can do. The goal is to see how the techniques taught here can fit your own questions and workflows.